Robin Hood-like subsidies for green power are driving the EU towards an energy crisis. This, according to Europe's top utilities firms. The problem, they say, ultimately, is that the billions in handouts are killing innovation and competitiveness. And the results are there for all to see. Looking at the cost of energy in the EU and elsewhere, China, for example, a kilowatt hour is going to cost you around 7 cents, though in America, a few cents more. Double that, and you've got France, where prices are at least kept down by nuclear power. Almost double that again, though, and you've got Germany at 27 cents. That's 4 times higher than China. Well, needless to say, that's bad news for industry at a time when the EU desperately needs to get back on its feet, economically speaking, certainly. Germany, though, has managed to find a way around it. Instead of taxing businesses and factories, it puts the entire burden of subsidies on ordinary households. And as RT's Peter Oliver found out, families are having a tough time keeping up with the green lobby's appetites.
Support for green energy is anchored in the German psyche. It gets backing even when it harms us.
That hurt is being felt in German pockets right now. I went to meet one Berlin mother who's finding paying for power a real problem.
One day I saw it almost doubled, 200 euros. It was not possible for me to pay.
Across Europe, energy prices for homes have risen by 17% over the last 4 years. One of the reasons for price rises is the subsidies being paid out for solar and wind energy. Germany is set to spend €550 billion on a plan to take 80% of its power from renewables over the next 37 years. Those costs being passed on to the consumer.
It's being sold on the message that it's either wind energy or radioactive catastrophe. This plays on these fears and makes money for the wind energy providers.
After the Fukushima nuclear disaster, Germany increased its commitments to ditch atomic power. This has seen more coal power plants having to be built to take up the slack. The increase in cost is causing problems for manufacturers.
Our industry is suffering. The big companies may decide that it's just too expensive and look to relocate.
Despite remaining heavily reliant on coal as a source of power, Germany sees itself as a trailblazer of renewable energy. But that innovation comes at a cost to both the consumer and to the country's industry. Peter Oliver, RT, Berlin.